chance can they put up here as underdogs against France? France reverting to the team which beat Peru in their second game. Hugo Lloris, one of 6 players rested against Denmark, a return here. Paul Pogba back as well. Only 4 men, Varane, Hernandez, Conte and Griezmann have started every game in Russia. Some wondered whether Nabil Fekir might come into the side with his craft, but he stays on the bench. Olivier Giroud up front again. Now of Chelsea, of course. The speed of Mbappe will be important, as well as Griezmann's predatory instincts. Matuidi might tuck in a bit to help deal with Messi. Referee is the well-regarded Aliganzi Bagimanti of Iran. Messi on the right. Hugo Lloris, the Tottenham Hotspur goalkeeper. Massimiliano Irati in charge of the video assistant refereeing operation. Being used for the first time in the knockout stage, of course. Here Argentina make only 1 change from their dramatic late win over Nigeria, giving Christian Pavón of Boca Juniors his first start of the tournament, and dropping Gonzalo Higuain again. 4 of the team you're looking at there played in the final 4 years ago. Messi, Javier Mascherano, Enzo Perez and Marcos Rojo. Messi, by the way, is one of 5 Argentina players within one yellow card of picking up a suspension, so could miss the quarter-final if things were to go awry today. There'll be a shootout between 2 of the world's great strikers. Antoine Griezmann, who's declared he's staying with Atletico Madrid, despite all the speculation of a move to Barcelona, where he might have been playing with this man, Lionel Messi, but that won't be. Messi, who's never scored yet, remarkably, in the knockout stages of the World Cup in 7 games. That really is extraordinary, but neither has Cristiano Ronaldo. France to get us underway in their blue shirts here, in a confrontation of potentially epic proportions between 2 former champions. France have won it once, Argentina twice. An early challenge involving Griezmann with Tagliafico, the elegant left back of Argentina. He's been getting a run in the side here. It's collected by Pogba. Mbappe lays it back to Pavard, who's taken over from Sidibe as the right back in this tournament. A late run along the rails from the Stuttgart man. Sidibe did get a run out against Denmark, but that was just to rest Pavard, who's back here along with several others. Here's Mbappe. Back to Pogba. Always so much expected of him, of course, at the heart of things. And Didier Deschamps, who captained France to World Cup glory in 1998. Can he do it as a coach as well? He's under a bit of pressure. Back home, not everybody's a fan, and they think he needs to deliver something big with this team, having failed, of course, in the final of Euro 2016 against Portugal. Up towards Messi, his first involvement. Deschamps' quote was interesting yesterday. We will have to take, he put it, certain precautions. Nice way of putting it, to deal with Messi. Otamendi playing it out for Argentina. Mercado in that right-back position, very experienced, grizzled campaigner from Sevilla. He can play in the central defence as well. So Otamendi and Rojo have those roles tied up between them. Ball was given away, and then Pogba did the same. Maybe even a bit of nerves for these big-time players, and then Banega. He's fouled by Pogba. Has to watch his step. He's one of those players who's on a yellow card. Jorge Sampaoli, has he ridden out rumours of a mutiny in the camp? There were some stories that Messi and Mascherano had taken over picking the team even, which seems hard to credit. Here's Messi. Matuidi. The referee's going to have to take steps here if Messi's going to get the treatment from one French player after another. You have seen that in the past. Experienced. This would be the biggest appointment of his career to date, I'd suggest. Used to be a player himself, and his dad was a referee too. Banega. He's the man whose pass set up Messi for that wonderful goal against Nigeria. Can be an important player in the midfield. Eva Banega can really pick a pass. There are other days where he just tends to go missing a little as well, though. It's important he's on a going day today. Looks like Messi's playing up front on his own with a five-man midfield behind him. Trying to get Di Maria in behind here. I wondered if he was going to take a first touch there, which would have taken him across the defender, but he chose not to do that, and it all comes to nothing. Rojo's challenge on Giroud. And rather wasted from Di Maria, whose only World Cup goal came at this stage 4 years ago against Switzerland. 118th minute it was. And it's given away by Banega there. Mbappe's quick, but not that quick. Couldn't keep it in. Argentina have been struggling to find the right blend. Masters of brinkmanship, really, in the qualification stage as well, where they needed a Messi hat-trick on the last day to make it through to the World Cup finals. And here they were within 4 minutes of going out the other night. So Manchester United's Marcos Rojo came up with a sublime finish that any striker would have been proud of. It was the ultimate get-out-of-jail card, that. Rojo on the ball now. Now Banega. Get the angle ball in behind for Pavon. First start of the tournament for him today, because they wanted an extra midfield player in there to deal with France, and that's meant that Higuain is on the bench. Mbappe now running at the heart of that Argentina defence, and there will be a free kick here in a dangerous position, some 25 yards out. Well, it was the meat in the sandwich there. The exciting Kylian Mbappe. Mascherano's challenge made sure he was getting no further. Griezmann might fancy this. Hopper's hovering over it as well there. Griezmann's only goal so far at this World Cup, a penalty awarded by the video assistant referee, or with the help of him anyway, in the first game against Australia. Griezmann, it's good, it's very good, and it rattles the crossbar, which is still shuddering from that. My goodness me. It really was a magnificent strike from Antoine Griezmann. And Titi. Griezmann again, will he come to life in the knockout stages? Hernandez forced his way into the side of this World Cup. Blaise Matuidi playing just in front of him. Could get a little congested in that midfield at times. Remember, this has to be settled one way or another today, if necessary with extra time or the dreaded penalty shootout. Maybe not dreaded for all of you. If you're a neutral, you can look forward to it, I guess. Ricardo to lay it forward. Pavone. Here is down the line for Messi. Ideally likes to play from a bit deeper and will be looking for a little bit of support from one of the midfield players. Which one of them is going to venture forward or even get ahead of him on occasions? Here's Messi. This time the referee says no foul. I think he might be getting the treatment today. Lots of people have had plans for him, but all through his career he's managed to defy those plans. Mbappe really has got a turn of pace. He's showing here, look at this, from Mbappe, he's held back there. Hang on a minute, it's a penalty! It's a penalty for France! The Iranian referee was in no doubt. And there's a yellow card as well, it is only yellow. Argentina complain. But they could not cope there with the searing pace of Kylian Mbappe. Well, this is one of the great pieces of play of this World Cup. This solo run, what has he covered? 70 metres there. Well, maybe the first contact is outside there, but it carries on inside, doesn't it? They're just double-checking it to make sure, of course, it's one of those incidents. The check is over. The penalty decision stands. But that's what you call flair. Mbappe decided he was going to take them all on. Rojo, by illegal means, stopped him and picked up a yellow too. Pretty sure Griezmann will take it. This goalkeeper Franco Armani, who made his debut for Argentina the other night. They've had a real problem with their goalkeepers because of Sergio Romero, the regular #1's injury. What a moment this is for Armani. And for him, Antoine Griezmann. First blood France, 1-0. Griezmann strikes again, and it's the early breakthrough they were looking for in the 13th minute. Well, there's the original foul outside, but it carries on inside. Griezmann never looked like he had a moment's doubt. He is a big game player. Top scorer at Euro 2016. 2 here now. Got 2 in the Europa League final as well for Atletico when they won it a few weeks ago. France 1, Argentina 0 here in this heavyweight clash in the round of 16. Piece of play by the 19-year-old Kylian Mbappe. It's only his 6th goal that for France. Here's Rojo. Now Mercado of Sevilla making a foraging run forward. On with it as well. Did score a couple of goals in the qualification, did Mercado, coming up from the back. Now Rojo, seen both sides of life as a footballer here at this World Cup. Hero the other night and currently villain for Argentina. Griezmann now. Mascherano doing the covering in midfield. Had a wonderful, wonderful World Cup 4 years ago, but he is 34 now and is playing in China these days. Here he is on the ball now, so experienced. Record caps for his country. Mercado inside. Messi's little touch. Can they engineer one moment for him? Way through for Pavone, the Boca Juniors player over there who's been drafted in. France have never lost when Antoine Griezmann has scored. 16 wins, 2 draws. Interesting trend and stat, but of course all of those runs end somewhere. And Argentina have fought their way out of corners before. It's Otamendi, very impressive for Manchester City in their title-winning campaign this year. They're going to lay it forward. Mercado. Mascherano to Di Maria. Corner will be given. It's not a good one, doesn't beat the first defender. How often do you see that? It's pretty obvious that they've told Mbappe to run hard at that defence every time he gets the opportunity. The Argentine defence has been the subject of some debate in the build-up to the World Cup. They let in 6 against Spain and 4 against Nigeria. Cristiano. Otamendi. Perez to Bebon. Another poor cross, easily cut out by MTT, who will have faced Messi several times on the training ground, of course, in Barcelona practice matches. But hang on a minute, here's Mbappe's got him behind again. Here now, has he found another time there? Tagliafico. Right on the edge, yellow card for the defender. That was another close run thing. They just can't cope with Mbappe. Got the wrong side. Yeah, the foul is just outside, isn't it? It gives France another opportunity. But this young man is very much the star of the show so far. About 6 inches outside the penalty area. More danger looming for Argentina here. One or two ominous signs for the other teams in this World Cup that France are starting to engage a higher gear. Going to take something special to get that up and down from there. Pogba. Well, he got it up, and he wasn't coming down. Lost a World Cup match in which they've scored first since 1982. It was against Poland. Banega. It's a sort of player who could have a key. That one deflects on the way through from the Sevilla man. This is where they might wish they had the aerial strength of Gonzalo Higuain. The defenders, of course, are quite handy. There's Otamendi up there. And the referees have been told they don't want too much jostling and pushing. It's easier said than done. Good defending. Pogba won that header, importantly, at the back post for France. He continues to win trophies everywhere he goes. Titles at Leicester City, of course, and Chelsea. And the FA Cup this year for Chelsea. Still drives a Mini, mind you. A grounded individual, I think you could say. Messi was dispossessed there by Blaise Matuidi. As I thought, I think Matuidi's got that job over there of just tucking in and filling up that area where Messi likes to get the ball, that sort of inside right channel. Otamendi. Here is Messi. And as long as he's playing that far from goal. Mbappe again. It's been an electric start from him. No foul given. Mbappe complains. And I think we're going to get more of the same from Mbappe. He knows now he's got some of these defenders on toast. Mascherano into the channel. It's good goalkeeping, well played by Hugo Lloris to Janai Perez. Some Titi going down, and he's saying he got a blow to the face there, which might be something the video assistant referee will want to look at. A stray arm, wasn't it, there, from Enzo Perez. Looks like they've decided to take a benevolent view of that. Griezmann just wanted a bit too much that time, and Mascherano wasn't going to give him it from a Liverpool and Barcelona man. Look at that, Argentina have had 69% possession. Fat lot of good it's doing them. Lloris hasn't had to make a save so far. Tagliafico towards Di Maria. They need him to put in a stellar display today. Angel Di Maria. Here's Griezmann. Full of clever movement, very clever movement. He's got away from Rojo, couldn't cut it back into the path of Matuidi, who was arriving on the near post. But he looks in the mood, Antoine Griezmann, here. Tagliafico. Now Di Maria. Played in every qualifier, did Angel Di Maria. Perez to Pavone. Now Mercado. Mascherano. Pavone. By Luca Hernandez, who's starting to make that left-back position his own. And they've decided that Benjamin Mendy, who's not fit anyway today, isn't quite sharp enough for this World Cup after his long absence with a cruciate injury. Right across the face of goal. They're claiming a handball here. It was Mercado's run. He thinks the ball's handled. Let's see if he's right. He's the only one claiming it. Well, Umtiti's hand. Interesting. Is that ball to hand, or is any movement by Umtiti which might persuade somebody in that VAR office that it was deliberate? Looks like the answer is no. Pavard. Now Mbappe. Pavard again. Fizzed across the face of goal. And Giroud couldn't bring it under control, and he had a bit of space too. He knows it. Conte. Chipped towards Mbappe, who thought he bent his run. Conte nearly picked him up as well. Otamendi to play it wide. Lionel Messi being kept quiet so far. I think we better stress so far. Gabriel Mercado. I think Argentina fancy they can engineer one or two overloads down that right-hand side of the French defence. Most of the attacks coming through there. Little triangle of Pavon, Perez and Mercado. There's Umtiti. Tweedy lays it wide, not too accurately though. Jorge Sampaoli. Is this his last game in the job? Great things with Chile, really. Have them playing very attractively and manic high press style, flying wing backs, but it doesn't seem to have the players to quite do that with Argentina, and that's been part of the problem. Now then, here is Messi. Pavon. This French defence has only conceded once so far at this World Cup, and that was a penalty. Pogba looping through the midfield, eating up the ground. Mbappe. This time they do manage to stop him in the shape of Tagliafico. Max left back did well there. France sitting pretty after half an hour. 1 up. And they might have had another one as well. Giroud won the header. Here's Griezmann. This looks dangerous. Oh, complete breakdown of communication between Griezmann and Giroud there. And they really were tuned to different radio stations. Didier Deschamps doing his best to try to look relaxed, but not altogether succeeding, I think it's fair to say. If France do go through, they'd meet the winners of the Uruguay-Portugal tie next Friday. I don't think we should get ahead of ourselves, not at this World Cup. Benega. Good pressure on the ball. Pogba. Mascherano's extremely muscular challenge on him. I just wonder whether this thing might boil over a bit. Mascherano there. Absolutely gone through Pogba. Pretty lucky, I'd say, to escape with a yellow. That one, I should say. Umtiti has just signed a new 5-year contract with Barcelona, which reportedly has a release clause at 500 million euros. In other words, they're not selling. Matuidi. Good battle over there with him and Otamendi. Have never lost a round of 16 tie in World Cup history. 4 times they've come through this stage. It's often the case with France of feast or famine in their World Cup story. Runs to the final, or long runs anyway, or complete calamities. Like in 2002, whereas defending champions, they didn't even score a goal. 2010, the player mutiny down on the Cape of South Africa, home in disgrace, a lot of players banned. Still feel the trauma of that 8 years on in French football. Don't want anything like that happening again. Pogba towards Giroud, nodded down towards Griezmann. Better understanding between those two there. The two G-men at the top for France. Conte won it, as he often does. Otamendi was caught a bit late there by Giroud for me. Should be Argentina's free kick. Both players down injured. Nobody holding back. Otamendi got there first, and then he felt the studs of Olivier Giroud. It was earlier with Mercado and distinctly lively feel about this out there. I don't think you'd expect anything different. And they've been illuminating the town of the Argentina fans. Several thousand of whom have come here without a ticket. They just want to be near the match in some way, and probably watching in bars down on the main drag in Kazan, which is one long street party, really. It is a very pleasant venue. Sporting City, Rubin Kazan play here. They've had World Championships in aquatics and fencing in recent years. Beaches by the river. Messi quickly under pressure again. Mercado. Pavone. Messi dropping ever deeper for the moment. Now he's making a run. Now it is Messi going inside the penalty area and going down in the penalty area. No appeal, not that time. There was that little darting run. He didn't quite pick him up for a second. Messi, the only man in World Cup history to score in his teens, 20s and 30s now. So a lot of the ball over there on the far side is Pavone. Well read. Great play by Otamendi. Read it, picked up the ball, looks to set up an attack. Still might be something. Pavone kept it in play, and his cross is a disappointment at the end of it all. Argentina will still believe that they can claw their way back into this bit by bit. Here's Messi. Good run, Pavone again. That's a better cross this time. Pavard getting across, right place, right time from him. Griezmann now. They can't be too gung-ho about it, Argentina, in chasing this equaliser, because France have the players to exploit them on the counter, notably Mbappe with his Olympian speed. TT, one of the two best central defensive partnerships, I'd say, at the World Cup. Varane and TT right up there. Lovely play, Griezmann, Pavard, and Giroud attacking that near post, looking for a spectacular header. It's good work down the right-hand side from France. Definitely onside. Dispossessing Messi. That's the side of the work ethic, really, that Antoine Griezmann, of all people, was the player doing the defending. There are some coaches who don't want their strikers making challenges because they're not renowned for getting them right. Messi picks it up now. To see a little more of the ball here. Messi now. Pressure from Conte, who predictably on the stats we get given after the group phase is right up there in the top 3 or 4 for interceptions made at this tournament so far. It's his stock in trade: tackles, interceptions, break up the play. Here comes the corner. Now defended, Pavard with a little flick away. It's Nicolas Tagliafico. Eva Banega. Di Maria. Sweetest of strikes. Absolute bedlam among those Argentina fans. Nothing Hugo Lloris could do about it. Smile from him, trying to calm down. Well, Angel Di Maria hadn't really been in this game, and then this. It almost left a vapor trail. Only his second ever World Cup goal. What a time to score it. Diego Maradona celebrates in the way he always used to when he was playing. Been concerns about his health from people looking at the pictures of him at this World Cup. And he had the answer to that the other day. Told the journalist, "Hey, I'm alive." And he might be feeling a bit more alive after that. Argentina back in it. Messi nearly intercepts it. Mascherano does pick up a yellow card. And it will be missing a quarter-final should Argentina get there. He'd be a big miss as well. And well, for a moment there, his feet left the ground. There have been one or two challenges like that. I think he's basically complacently decided, look, I can't worry about that, I'm going to do my job in there. But Mbappe might have something to say now. Well, what a start to the knockout stages. First shot on target by Argentina. Goal, 1-1. He's having a good game in there. Whether he can stay on the pitch is another matter. He's already the third Argentine player to go into the book. In 1990, they reached the final with about 4 of their players suspended. Terrible game it was, in all honesty, against West Germany way back then. And 2 players sent off in the final too. Fico, more belief suddenly about Argentina now. Argentina have won 6 of their 7 round of 16 ties in history. Only Romania beat them at this stage back in 1994 in a 3-2 thriller. Will this start to fray French nerves a little? This is already a game of many moods. Pogba to pick it up. The time's flown by in this first half. We're going to have 2 minutes of added time at the end of it. And there'll be a few bruises in those dressing rooms afterwards. Absolutely determined he would not go through, and this is worth looking at again. You might see about 10,000 replays of this from Di Maria before this World Cup's over. It's one of the goals of the tournament. Great goal. Unbridled joy. Scoring season of his career as well with his club Paris Saint-Germain. Got 21 goals for them. It's been a distinguished career apart from an unhappy spell at Manchester United, and there were probably reasons there as well. His house got broken into until that settled. Quite apart from falling out with Louis van Gaal, the coach at the time. Is Conte for France. Played by Otamendi. There's a steely determination about Argentina here. Whatever the troubles they've had at this World Cup, and there have been a few, when they put on that shirt, things tend to happen. Is Mbappe. Griezmann. A way of sliding away from opponents. Sure, gives him a little pat on the head. And I wonder if this one could go all the way. It's certainly gone to halfway. It's been intriguing, it's been enthralling. Kylian Mbappe, superb in the opening phase of the game. They couldn't cope with him. Griezmann scored from the penalty spot. Angel Di Maria, though, with a memorable equaliser. Beautifully hit from nearly 30 yards. It's 1-1 at half-time, and there's much more drama to come here. Argentina in their famous blue and white stripes, getting us underway at the start of the second half. 1-1 here. The last 8 World Cup winners topped their group in the early stage of the World Cup. It's a remarkable line, that. So advantage France? Who knows, really? France topping Group C, Argentina second in their group with 4 points. One or two teams went out with 4 points. Here is Facio. To Enzo Perez. Now Gabriel Mercado. Lionel Messi. Look how many blue shirts are around him. He's used to it, though. It's like that old line by the world heavyweight champion Mike Tyson. Everybody had a plan until I hit them. Messi must feel a bit like that sometimes. Maybe a free kick. As Di Maria was looking to weave his magic. And pulled him down. The VAR grabs his shirt and then bundles him over. Can't argue with that. That goal might really bring Di Maria to life. Maybe it really has brought Argentina to life. Vanega's going to take this. Once again, we've seen this a lot. The referee sees the pushing and shoving, and he's not having the free kick taken until he's administered a warning for the players involved in it. Vanega takes it, goes a long way, comes out to Messi on that famous left foot, deflected it in, and Argentina lead. Well, this is just amazing stuff. Messi scores in the knockout rounds of the World Cup for the first time, if they're going to credit him with the goal. It did take a big deflection on the way. Argentina and those fans do not care. It's an extraordinary turnaround here. Not cleared properly. Messi hits it and he just got another flick on the way through as well. From Mercado, he's going to get the goal. He's trying to get his foot out the way of it. He scored instead. Back from the dead at this World Cup, Argentina. Away goes Mbappe. In stopping him, he goes down. There's another card going to be administered for one of the posse who blocked his way. It's Vanega who picks up the card as one of those who wasn't on a yellow before. Di Maria had a go. Sure there was any contact, and then Vanega came in at the end of it all when Mbappe was already down. Too robust for the referee. That's 4 yellows Argentina have picked up, but they lead. They lead 2-1. You couldn't see this in the early stages of this game. Look how high this defensive line is from Argentina. Can be a dangerous game. Still they go down the side. Mbappe cut back. Away by Mascherano. A France got the grit to come back. Hernandez. Mascherano again, he's having a really fine game in that midfield. Leading by example. Battler supreme. Deschamps' team in trouble. The Argentina fans in full voice. For the moment, Kazan feels like Buenos Aires. Hernandez. Mbappe, they don't want him disappearing from the game. Pogba looks to invent something for Griezmann. No, nothing doing that time. This is the goal again. Messi's hit, and I swear Mercado is trying to take his foot out of the way of that, and it had very happy consequences. He just cushioned it into the back of the net. His fourth goal for his country, that, Gabriel Mercado. This goal from the club or country, that for over a year. Sent sprawling. Mbappe to hit this one. He'll be looking, I think, to hit it into that area between defence and goalkeeper and curling. Difficulties for the goalkeeper with people running across the line of it. This is Mbappe. Di Maria fouled by Griezmann, surely, yeah. Question about it. Argentina maybe wondering why there wasn't a yellow card for that challenge. The yellow card count is 4 to Argentina, none to France so far. Remember, any yellow cards, any single yellow cards remaining will be deleted in an amnesty after the quarter-finals, after, not before the game. Free kick, Argentina again here. Messi to lay it forward to Pavone, who doesn't get his cross right on that occasion. Big occasion for Christian Pavone of Boca Juniors, winning only his 9th cap. A surprise selection for this game, part of the tactics devised by Sampaoli, with just Messi up front and a more crowded midfield area. Whereas tucking in a little bit, 3 of them in the centre there, and the aim of stopping France developing things in that middle part of the pitch where they can be so effective. Thus far it's worked. Titi lays it forward. Griezmann Well, there's a mistake here. Griezmann can get in. He couldn't quite direct it goalwards, though, at the end of it. Oh, Argentina there very nearly hit the self-destruct button. What were they thinking here? It's flicked on by Giroud, and then Fazio, the substitute, plays it past Armani, and Griezmann nearly, and there's a tug on the shirt from Fazio on Griezmann as well in there. Not enough to interest the VAR. No check, I'm told. That's the word we're getting from headquarters. Fazio won the header. N'Golo Conte. France with the youngest squad at the tournament, and Argentina with the oldest squad of those who've stayed in so far. Pavard! Oh, how about that? Glorious! Benjamin Pavard puts France level in what is turning out to be a pretty astonishing game. He couldn't even have dreamt that. Well, that was just sensational. Messi can't believe it. I don't suppose Pavard can really. This right back, who was the #2 right back till a couple of weeks before this World Cup, and then this happens. Pick that out. Once more with spin off the outside of the boot. Just tremendous. His first goal for France, and one he will remember when he's got his grandchildren sitting on his knee. Well, you wonder what next here. 2-2. A lot of people thinking this will be a tight, tense, rugged affair. Both teams have been ahead. Now they're level again. To Mendy. Out to Banega. Really good upper body strength from Banega. He's just not going to get shoved off that, was he? Laid wide by Perez, now Di Maria, one of those twinkle-toed runs of which he's capable, and then Varane chipping it away. Always looks so elegant back there, Raphael Varane, who is now the youngest defender to win 3 Champions League titles. Di Maria again, twisting Varane, getting away from him. Going down, wanting a free kick, not getting one. There's the Pavard strike again. A goal from an extremely unlikely source. With a certain je ne sais quoi about it. Oh no, look at those faces. That's what they're thinking. fancy that happening. Well, there have been screamers at both ends here now. Well, not both ends, both in the same net, but from both competing nations. Di Maria's effort and then Pavard matching it, really. Here he is on the ball again now. A couple of seasons ago, playing in the second division in Germany with Stuttgart.
In at the deep end, best goalkeeper winning only his second cap. It's Tweedy with the header. An unhappy landing. Spreading the ball wide. Voted into the team of the year in the Premier League by his fellow professionals, which is quite an accolade. Otamendi. There's Messi. Would have wanted that goal, but it's definitely Mercado's. The players sprawling. Just past the hour mark. 2-2. Great game here. More passes from Argentina, more pass accuracy from Argentina. Goals level pegging. Samuel Umtiti broke into the French team at Euro 2016. Pogba, nice ball. Hernandez on the turn. There was Matuidi and Mbappe. Oh yes, France in this seesaw game, 3-2 up. The Wonder Boys got two of them. Desolate Lionel Messi. Just a roller coaster ride of emotions in Kazan. Beg your pardon, just one, of course, for Mbappe. He was very much involved in that first goal, but really hit it, and Armani got something on it, but not enough. Just comes off the inside of the glove there and in, but maybe his feet could have done a better job. Mbappe doesn't care. He is on the score sheet now, despite me trying to give him the other one. There's been so much agony, really, for Lionel Messi in an Argentina shirt, losing a World Cup final, 2 Copa America finals as well. He even retired for a few days, saying he wouldn't play again, he couldn't go through it, and, well, maybe, potentially, this is another chapter in a sea of heartbreak. But there's still time for yet more twists in the plot here. Messi. Here he is again. Maybe he's going to be in the mood to try to do something about this almost single-handedly.
Diego Maradona often did in 1986 in Argentina's triumph in Mexico. It's a job now for Sergio Aguero to replace Enzo Perez, extra striker on. Aguero, who was openly critical of the coach after the bad defeat against Croatia in the group, might be one of the reasons that he was jettisoned from the side and has been out of favour. The Manchester City man is on there now. He's already scored his first World Cup goal at this tournament. Messi, hit again. Pavard got the block in. There's still a quarter of this match to go, this extraordinary match. Mascherano looks to pick up Pavon's run, and Titi'd read that though. Big and strong, shut the door on it all. He's gone over to the left side of central defence where Rojo was playing to let Facio come in on where he's more comfortable, his right central defender. Anega. Mascherano is playing his 20th World Cup game in history for Argentina. Only one now behind Diego Maradona's record of 21. This is the Mbappe goal. Second of the tournament. Four of his 6 goals for France have come on Russian soil. He got a couple when France won here in Russia in a friendly a few months ago. Matuidi, good ball, Giroud. Hopped on here, Mbappe's got another one! 4-2, and now France really are in control. Beautifully set up by France. What a storming response from the French to going 2-1 behind. They've rattled in 3 goals since. Comes from the goalkeeper originally. Whole length of the pitch. This final ball from Giroud is so deft, and Mbappe in his stride wasn't going to miss. Just a magnificent French move, the length of the pitch. How they'd all write it, really, if they were designing a dream goal. Now he has got to in this game. And he's won that ball as well. Mascherano here. Will that knock the stuffing out of Argentina? Pavon. Good looking ball. Varane had read it. Up towards Olivier Giroud. His little cushion header down. It's all happening for France now. Pogba driving through that midfield. Still got it. Found a good ball as well. Giroud. Starting to look like open season. It's another lovely ball, that. Giroud again. Messi. France are starting to turn it on now. Two-goal lead. They might feel they've got a bit of clear water. And that three-goal salvo might well drain plenty out of the legs of the Argentinians. But you have to say they've played their full part in the scenes we've witnessed here on a remarkable day in the World Cup. Matuidi is going to pick up a yellow card, and that's going to knock him out of the quarter-final. That's why he's so very, very upset. It's a pretty tough disciplinary procedure they've got going on here. 2 yellows and you miss a game. No way through for Messi there, but claiming it was illegal. He takes it very quickly. It's fallen here to Eva Banega. Di Maria to cut it back. And Pavard gets a yellow card now. 2 in a matter of moments for France, Pavard and Matuidi. It's gone through Di Maria there after the ball is gone. If Argentina were to steal one back again here, who knows how the story would go. Vanega's going to take it. Fisted in, didn't he? Just wanted a touch. Well, look at the break that's on here. It's a 2 against 1 for a moment. Now 3 against 2. Can they get this right? Mbappe! It's neither one thing or the other from him. It doesn't seem so long ago that Kylian Mbappe was just a kid at Monaco. We heard really good things about him. Played a big part in their French title win in the end. Now he's a huge player for his country as well. We've seen it here today. Tweedy. Mbappe against Mascherano gets the challenge in. Towards Pavone. N'Golo Conte. Di Maria. And come Argentina again, but it's come off Matuidi, back to the goalkeeper. Mercado won the header. Change coming up for both teams by the look of it here now. Corentin Tolisso is going to come on. Bayern Munich. And Maximiliano Mesa to be introduced by Argentina is featured quite a bit of him. Matuidi's coming off now. They don't want to risk him getting a second yellow in this match, which would reduce them down to 10 men, so it's probably a smart move. I think he knows the score. Tough for Matuidi. It's another one who is within a yellow card of suspension, very much in his mind. never thought he might have been impeded here. He might have had a free kick, but the referee doesn't think so. Tagliafico there is really holding on to him, isn't he? It's already been booked, by the way. 4-2, quarter of an hour remaining. Mbappe becomes the first French teenager to score 2 in a World Cup game since 1958. And that was a guy called Pelé. It's Griezmann. First teenager for anybody, I should correct myself, was Pelé to get 2 in a World Cup game. Pogba to Pavard. Great run from the right back. Free kick. Mascherano who holds him back. And remember, he's had a yellow card in this game as well, so playing with fire a bit. Decided there wasn't quite enough in that. Griezmann. Giroud winning the header. Don't look quite the same, France, when Giroud's not there to be the target man. Hernandez. France look like they're relaxing a little bit now. Certainly wasn't the case about half an hour ago. Griezmann getting in behind here, and Armani's done a good job this time. Only 3 goals for France in the group stage. They've already got 4 in this game. It's going to just bounce out of play. And that's the sign you want, really, from a team making a deep run in a World Cup, that they improve as it goes on, particularly in the knockout stages, gather some momentum. Classic case of that was Italy in 1982. Really weren't playing very well at all, and suddenly came to life, knocked out Brazil in one of the great games in World Cup history, and went on to win the tournament. Mascherano, will this be his final World Cup game? It's going to be 38 in 4 years' time. This might be the swan song. Mesa, no way through. Tolisso, stopped. Mercado. Now Benega. Messi. Might he still have a say? Mesa deflected, but right into the arms of a grateful Hugo Lloris. Wins the header. Argentina had just found France a bit too hot to handle. Mesa cuts inside, still got it. Messi. Messi again. Mascherano goes down, looks up, wants the free kick. No free kick forthcoming. And France might have had an effective break there with Mbappe looking to cut in again, but it wasn't quite right. The ball to him. Down goes Messi. Starts to look like more Argentinian agony. No impact from him so far since he's come on. He's not had too much service. Is the belief at last draining out of Argentina? At the moment, Lionel Messi cutting a somewhat distraught, isolated figure. Be different if Argentina can just conjure one goal from somewhere. Di Maria takes on Pavard again. Good looking ball in. Varane able to get it away. And relaxed character Rafael Varane. And Aguero was waiting on the near post and never arrived for him. Is this coach silencing his critics today? Maybe. There's Mascherano again on Griezmann. He really is on thin ice out there, I tell you. This was the Griezmann effort that cracks against the bar. It's coming off now. That goal for him seems so long ago now. Put France ahead in this game. Star Frenchman who's never played for a French club, Antoine Griezmann. Well, Pavard's missed out there. Aguero trying to find a way through to give hope again to Argentina. Giroud. To play it wide. Mesa. Facio. Muscular challenge from Hernandez, who's not quite as muscular as his dad. He was sent off 5 times in 19 games with Marseille. Cuts that out. Fakir's come on. Messi running at that defence. Still Messi. Well, you'd have backed him there, but in the end it was a miss hit. It looked like it had broken his way. Across. Of course, Messi will be facing a familiar refrain from critics, no matter what he's done in his career, who say he hasn't done what Maradona did and won a World Cup for Argentina. It does look now as if this will be his final opportunity, certainly in this World Cup. Remember, he'll be 35 by the time of the next one. Mesa. Messi again. Threading it through. Aguero! Really good work from Varane again. Straight into Hernandez, and he's well, there's a right old tussle going on between those two. The officials are getting on the scene before it explodes into anything more, and Hernandez, with the big games coming up, needs to stay out of that and any further trouble, I would suggest. Maria's going to bend one. Easily cut out. Di Maria. Deep cross. Was there a push in there? In the penalty area, Otamendi is claiming there was. The referee said no, let's get on with it. Pavard was the other player involved. Exasperation. First involvement in this World Cup for Florian Thauvin, who was a flop at Newcastle United in England, but has had a wonderful year with Marseille with 26 goals. Only Edinson Cavani scored more than him in La Liga this last season. Looks like he's going to get a run out here now, late on. Might be a bit of space for him as well. Pacey, tricky, and a goal scorer as well now. Florian Thauvin to replace Mbappe. There will be no hat-trick for him today. There hasn't been a French hat-trick at the World Cup since Jules Fontaine in 1958. And those are the two goals he did score, though. And he was very much involved, too, in the first goal. His great run leading to the penalty. Performance from Kylian Mbappe here. Cut back towards Messi again. But it looks like time is up for Argentina. 40 years since they were host nation and won the World Cup. They did it again 8 years later in Mexico. But they haven't been able to repeat it since. Di Maria now attacking from the right-hand side. Lovely burst of pace, went past Hernandez, got a decent-looking cross in. TT got a foot in the way. Argentina still believe if they can nick one now, who knows? Offside. It's going to be 4 minutes of added time at the end of this dramatic day. Gonzalo Higuain, his services unneeded today, even when it became a crisis. All these strikers Argentina have, but have never quite been able to find the right combination. Haven't seen Paulo Dybala today either, as well. He's had a good season with Juventus. But he's another who has a somewhat strained relationship, it would seem, with Sampaoli, the coach. Down goes Pavard. It would be odds on there'll be another change of coach for Argentina. They got through 3 in the qualification. Di Maria again. getting involved as well, and they just need to be careful, because I think this is just the exasperation and frustration showing for these Argentine players. Understandable, bitterly disappointed, as are these supporters of this so passionate football nation. At the other end of the stadium, though, a party for the French supporters. This team look capable of almost anything in what we've seen today. Fakir, who's a crafty player, has moved to Liverpool, has collapsed for the time being from Lyon. It might be revived later in the summer, we'll see. All looked done and dusted. And then Lyon said the deal was off. There were suggestions maybe there was something with the medical. They remain defiant and loyal to their team. Messi again. And Argentina have another one. Hang on a minute. Sergio Aguero, 4-3. Maybe this isn't done just yet. France just went to sleep a little back there. He's onside, all right. And the Manchester City man tucks it in. Well, they couldn't, could they? Here's Pogba. Well, Otamendi might be in trouble for that. Yeah, he hammered the ball into the opponent on the floor. That's been seen as deliberate. And Otamendi, he would miss the next game. Giroud's got one as well, by the look of it, as it all explodes. Then Mercado's getting involved with an MTT. I think we're up to about 8 bookings in the game here. Seven goals and 8 yellows. There's Otamendi, that's why he got one. Mercado was lucky not to get one himself in that for the first challenge. And of course, a reminder that VAR does not involve itself in yellow cards. Be a bit more added time. We've got to 94 minutes. We were told it was 4, but then we've had a little bit of delay with the goal. Then that last incident. There can't be much more of this, surely. But this will go down as a World Cup classic, all right. Argentina need that ball, and they need to get it forward and fast. For a moment, there are 2 balls on the pitch. And the referee is going to say, play on, please, with that original ball. Needs up a few more seconds. They've just got to hit this forward now. They have to. Here's Di Maria. Aguero turns it round the corner. There still might be something. Bounces across the face of the goal. Argentina very nearly. But the whistle has gone, and France are into the quarter-finals. What a match here. An epic game between 2 of the biggest names in world football. Seesaw emotions going first one way, then another. But Messi's out of the World Cup and Argentina are out. France have won it 4-3.